Bonjour et bienvenue. This is Fabulously Delicious, the French food podcast, the podcast that celebrates the rich and delicious world of French cuisine. Starting today and each Sunday going forward, we're taking a stroll down memory lane with a special series of revisit episodes. These episodes give some of our favourite stories and topics another moment in the spotlight because French food is worth celebrating again and again. And what better place to begin than with our most loved series, the A to Z of French herbs. Whether you're hearing it for the first time or rediscovering it, this series explores the herbs that bring depth, character and unmistakable flavour to French cuisine. Today's herb, absinthe. It's not just a famous drink, but the herb itself, also known as wormwood, is a plant with a fascinating past and a unique place in the world of French food, medicine and lore. So, pour yourself a glass of wine, slice up some cheese and a baguette, and enjoy this journey into the world of French herbs, starting with absinthe, right here on Fabulously Delicious, the French food podcast. Absinthe is not just a drink that we talked about in my episode of Fabulously Delicious with Forrest Collins from 52 Martinis. You can get the link to that through the show notes of this episode. But absinthe is also a herb, which can be called wormwood, grand wormwood, Ascibian, mugwort, wimort, wimud, wormit, or wormwood. Well, that's not confusing. I don't know. What is this? Spelled Absinthe. In French, it's actually pronounced absinthe. So you don't pronounce the HE at the end. It's just absinthe. So what is absinthe? Or wormwood, as we like to call it? Well, it's a herb that grows in North Africa and regions of Eurasia, as well as now Canada and North America. Although it is used as an ingredient in the popular drink absinthe, and other spirits as well, it is mostly used as an ornamental plant. Absinthium, the name, comes from ancient Greek and is related to Artemis, who was the goddess of the hunt and the protector of the forest and children. The term wormwood is supposedly from Middle English. They use the term wormwood or wimud. Middle English is a form of English language that was spoken after the Norman conquest of 1066 until the late 15th century. Some thought, though, that the origin of wormwood is from the ancient use of the plant to expel parasitic worms from the body by either stunning or killing them. So what is Ascinium, or wormwood? It's actually a herbaceous perennial plant that has fibrous roots and whose stems are straight and grow to over 1 meter tall. Its leaves are a greenish grey colour with a white belly, so to speak. It produces a silky silvery white trichome, which produces oil from its glands. Absinthium or wormwood also produces a pale yellow tubular flower that clusters together and bends down towards the ground. Flowering of the Absinthium plant occurs from early summer to early autumn, with the pollination occurring through the wind. It is grown in full sun, in rich, light, sometimes limestone soil, or even dry soil. Most commonly, absinthe is used as an ingredient in the spirit that has the same name, absinthe. But wormwood, as it is also known, is also the ingredient in other spirits and wines, including bitters and vermouth. It's also used for medicinal purposes as an ingredient in medicine use for treating dyspepsia and also Crohn's disease. But it also has culinary uses. During the Middle Ages, absinthe was used to spice mead, and in Morocco, it was an ingredient in a tea known as shiba. Wormwood or absinthe was also used as a bittering spice in brewing throughout Eastern and Northern Europe, and in the 18th century, it was sometimes used instead of hops in the process of making beer. It's been used in the making of pesticides throughout the years, and recently has been seen as a modern organic alternative for pest control. From the clippings being used to repel lice, mites, and fleas in chicken nesting boxes, to being distilled to produce an oil that can be used in making an organic pesticide. As a companion plant, absinthe or wormwood could also be beneficial to an organic vegetable garden. Although, because it has a growth inhibiting effect, it needs to be planted safely, at least 1 meter away from any growing vegetables. The drink absinthe has been said to have hallucinatory properties, and this is associated to the ingredient wormwood. Whilst there is a component of absinthium or wormwood in it called flugone, which can cause convulsions and death when administered in large amounts to both animals and humans, there is only one documented case of toxicity from wormwood when a 31-year-old man drank about 10 milliliters of steam distilled wormwood oil, wrongly believing it was the liquor absinthe. Hmm, That'll go to show you. Don't drink anything that doesn't have a label on it. Long before it gained popularity as the star ingredient in absinthe, wormwood was used medicinally, and the first recorded uses of wormwood in medicine dates back to 1552 BC, and absinthe itself was initially used to treat illness. The flavor of absinthe is extremely bitter and can aid in being a good tonic. It can also promote digestion and apparently make menstruation less painful. Absinthium also contains tannins and vitamin C and is said to be good at deworming. Not the most pleasant use, I'd say. Alarmingly, though, it can also have an abortive effect for pregnancy, so consumption must be carefully thought through if you're going to be cooking or eating wormwood as a natural product. In fact, during the mid 20th century, Absinthium was nicknamed the grass of virgins because of this abortive property. William Shakespeare referred to wormwood or absinthium in his Romeo and Juliet play, Act 1, Scene 3, when he wrote that Juliet's childhood nurse had said, "For I had then laid wormwood to my dug," meaning she had weaned Juliet, then aged 3, by using the bitter taste of wormwood on her nipple. Hmm. Planning a trip to France, heading to Paris, or maybe you're one of those lucky ones that already live in this incredible city. Whether you're planning your dream foodie adventure or just looking to savor the best that Paris has to offer, I've got you covered. After years of living in and indulging my way through the city of lights, love, and good food, I'm thrilled to share all my delicious discoveries with you, my fabulously delicious audience. If you love French food as much as I do, then I think that this book is made for you. Introducing the 2025 edition of Paris, a fabulous food guide to the world's most delicious city. This isn't just an update, it's a celebration of all things food in Paris. Packed with even more hand-picked recommendations, the guide now features expanded sections for restaurants, cafes, bars, fromageries, boulangeries, and patisseries. Plus, I've added exciting new sections for vegan and vegetarian options, dining with a view, and a revamped and expanded food walking tour to help you explore the city bite by bite. With over 400 listings, including iconic food streets, gourmet supply stores, wine bars, and more, this guide is the ultimate companion for anybody craving a true taste of Paris. Whether you're hunting down flaky croissants, creamy cheeses, or a perfectly poured cafe creme, you'll find it all inside. Grab your copy today at andrewpryorfabulously.com, where you can order a signed gift package version, perfect for food-loving friends or family, or head to Amazon, where it's available in print and a Kindle version as well for instant foodie inspiration. Bon appetit and happy exploring, mes amis. Now, in modern times, the European Medicine Agency has recognized absinthe's medicinal properties and noted that it's a herb rich in natural ingredients, powerful antioxidants that protect cells from free radicals. Love a good free radical. They also advise, though, that it shouldn't be consumed for more than 2 weeks as an infusion, and it's not recommended during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Good advice. The first version of the drink absinthe, created in 1789 by a French doctor, Dr. Pierre Ordinaire, in Switzerland, was actually developed for medicinal purposes. It seems Dr. Ordinaire was not your ordinary doctor. Boom, boom. Absinthe, the herb, is used in recipes these days for herbal teas, where dried herbs are used to season red meat, fish, oysters, escargot, omelettes, and even cheese. Famed chef Hugh Dore, who is the youngest French chef ever awarded a Michelin star, said that he uses absinthe leaves to add perfume to stuffings, and also putting the final touches on a plate of escargot that he tops with an absinthe drink-infused sauce. French cuisine has been using the herb for centuries, and most notably in the dish absinthe sorbet, which was created as a palate cleanser during the 1889 dinner to honour Gustave Eiffel's new creation, the Eiffel Tower. The ingredients for this sorbet are 500 ml of water, 300 grams of sugar, the juice of an orange and a lemon, 20 grams of fresh absinthe leaves, and 100 ml of absinthe, the drink. Place half the water with the sugar in a saucepan over low heat, stirring until combined and cooking for 10 minutes. Then add the absinthe leaves and let this sit to infuse until the mixture is cooled. Remove the leaves and add the juice of the orange and lemon and the remaining water. Freeze this overnight. Remove and then place in a blender and blend. Then place back into the freezer overnight again. Served a scoop of this sorbet with some absinthe poured over the top. And that's it for this revisited episode of Fabulously Delicious, the A to Z of French herbs, absinthe. I hope you enjoyed diving into the fascinating story of this bold and bitter herb, and perhaps even discovered a new way to appreciate its place in French culinary tradition. We'll be continuing our journey through the alphabet of French herbs each Sunday, so be sure to tune in weekly as we explore more flavours, stories and surprises from the French kitchen garden. If you love this episode or know somebody who might, please share it around with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Fabulously Delicious wherever you're listening so that you don't miss a single delicious moment. You can also find me on Instagram at Andrew Pryor Fabulously for more French food inspiration, and on YouTube at youtube.com/Andrew Pryor for cooking tips, travel and plenty of fabulous French moments. Merci beaucoup for listening, and as I always say, whatever you do, do it fabulously. Bon appétit and à bientôt.